It's 115 degrees and this charging station opened just 24 hours ago, but thankfully it has one feature every desert charging station should have: a canopy. My name is Scott and this is my channel, Scott Explains. I've just pulled off Interstate 15 in Mesquite, about an hour northeast of Las Vegas. This is the last major stop in Nevada before you cross into Arizona and then Utah. For EV drivers, it's an important place to charge, and whether you're heading north or south, it's more than 30 miles to the next chargers. Just half a mile from the freeway exit, IONNA has opened this brand new Rechargery. This is the second IONNA station to open in southern Nevada, but it's the first one with some genuinely impressive amenities, making it perhaps the best place to charge in Mesquite. Let's start with the canopy. On a normal day, that would simply be a nice feature. On a 115-degree day in southern Nevada, it makes an enormous difference when you and the car can take a break from the unrelenting heat of the sun. I wish every charging station in the desert southwest had one. The station has four 400 kilowatt charging units. Each one can serve 2 cars simultaneously, giving this location a total of 8 charging stalls. At the moment, this station has 6 CCS connectors and 2 NACS connectors, although that mix can be adjusted over time as more NACS equipped vehicles arrive. Charging here is very straightforward. You can simply tap your credit card at the charger, no app or account required. And the pricing is excellent. The regular price here is 39 cents per kilowatt hour, which is already competitive. But because the station has just opened, IONNA is offering an introductory price of only 20 cents per kilowatt hour for the first week. For comparison, the other fast charging stations in Mesquite currently charge between 47 and 60 cents per kilowatt hour. IONNA has also provided squeegees for your windshield, a very welcome amenity after driving through the desert and collecting several hundred bugs. Next to the chargers is this large shaded seating area with picnic tables. You probably won't be eating lunch out here when it's 115 degrees, but for much of the year, southern Nevada has very pleasant weather. During the fall, winter and spring, this should be a genuinely nice place to sit, relax and eat while your vehicle charges. Some larger IONNA rechargeries have their own bathrooms, lounges and vending machines. This location doesn't have those, but it is immediately next to a gas station that's open 24 hours a day. Inside there are restrooms and a well-stocked convenience store where you can buy drinks, snacks and other essentials. It's also adjacent to the CasaBlanca Resort and Casino, which has several food options, including Einstein Brothers bagels and an all-day diner. In the evening, there's also a steakhouse and a Mexican restaurant. It also has its own Tesla supercharger, but IONNA's regular price is still cheaper than the current Tesla rate, and IONNA gives you a canopy. For anyone unfamiliar with IONNA, they began operations in 2024 and is jointly owned by 8 major automakers. IONNA opened its first stations less than 2 years ago, but it has already grown to more than 100 locations and around 1,000 charging stalls across the country. The company plans to build at least 30,000 stalls by the end of 2030, which could make it the second largest fast charging network in the United States, behind only Tesla. Most of IONNA's stations are currently concentrated in the eastern half of the country, but we're beginning to see the network expand more across the west. I'd love to speak with someone at IONNA in a future video about how these sites are selected and what the company has planned for the western US. My charging session here delivered 53 kilowatt hours in 16 minutes and cost just $10.60. Peak speed was 213 kilowatts, the maximum for my car. Until this week, I'd never charged an IONNA station, but my first experience was actually at another very nice Rechargery in northern Nevada. I visited that station during my latest Nevada road trip, which took me through several parts of the state I'd never explored before, including Great Basin National Park and a drive to more than 10,000 feet above sea level. That full road trip video is coming soon, so subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. And while you're waiting, take a look at my previous Nevada road trip video, where I drove more than 1,100 miles through some of the state's most beautiful and remote landscapes, including the loneliest road in America. You'll find that video on screen now and linked in the description. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott, and this is my channel, Scott Explains.